The year is 684 AD. England's Northumbria is a kingdom in turmoil. King Egfrith has just died, leaving a power vacuum that threatens to plunge the realm into chaos. But amidst this looming instability, there's a beacon of tranquility, a monastery nestled away from the intrigues of the royal court. It's here that the young Egbert has found refuge, dedicating his life to the Lord and renouncing the turbulent world outside. Life as a monk in this bygone era was far from the peaceful existence we might imagine today. In fact, it was a life of rigorous discipline and stark simplicity. Egbert's days begin at the stroke of dawn, when the insistent toll of the monastery bell summons him and his fellow monks from their slumber. The hours that follow are a testament to routine and ritual. They rise, they pray, they work, the rhythm of their lives dictated by the rising and setting of the sun. Their meals, when they come, are austere affairs consisting of simple fare like bread, thin soup, or porridge. Fasting, in fact, is a regular occurrence, a physical and spiritual exercise meant to foster humility and focus. As the morning light filters through the Visoki windows of the scriptorium, Egbert finds himself engrossed in the task at hand, meticulously copying ancient texts by the soft glow of a flickering candle. This is no easy feat. Hours upon hours are spent in this solitary pursuit. The scratch of his quill against parchment, the only sound breaking the profound silence that hangs heavy in the air. The work is not merely about preserving ancient wisdom. It's a form of worship, a way of giving back to God through the painstaking preservation of his word. But the duties of a monk extend far beyond the scriptorium. In the warmer months, Egbert finds solace and purpose in the monastery gardens. Here, amidst the herbs, vegetables, and medicinal plants, he finds a rhythm that mirrors the cycles of nature. The toil is honest and grounding, a far cry from the pampered existence of the nobility he once knew. Each weed pulled, each plant nurtured brings him closer to the ideals of simplicity and service that monastic life represents. And then there are the prayers, the litanies, and the canticles that echo through the vast chambers of the monastery. They are a constant undercurrent to his life, a reminder of his vows and a source of strength in times of solitude. The prayers are not mere words, but a conversation with the divine, a dialogue that sustains him through the long, silent hours. For Egbert, the life of a monk is a commitment to a higher calling, a dedication to God that transcends the allure of the material world. He finds contentment in the smallest of things, a shared smile with a fellow monk, the satisfaction of a job well done, the quiet joy of a life lived in service. Egbert's story, however, is not one of unadulterated hardship and quiet resignation. It's also a tale of personal growth and spiritual fulfillment. As he navigates the challenges of monastic life, he also experiences moments of profound peace and clarity. The starkness of his existence allows him to focus on what truly matters, his relationship with God and his fellow man. In the tapestry of medieval life, the monks were an integral part, often serving as the custodians of knowledge and the backbone of society. While the rest of Europe grappled with the upheavals of the era, the monks carried on, preserving knowledge, tending to the sick, and praying for a better world. They were the anchors of stability in a sea of change. So if you ever find yourself in the hallowed halls of a medieval monastery, remember the life of Egbert, the boy who became a monk. Let his story remind you that sometimes the greatest strength comes from the quietest of places, and that the most profound journeys are often those that start with a single step of faith. And as the echoes of chanting monks resonate through the ages, ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to lead? A life of quiet devotion or a life of worldly pursuits? The choice, like so many things, is ultimately yours. When you hear the word monastery, what comes to mind? Picturesque buildings, peaceful gardens, or perhaps a place of solitude and prayer. What if I told you that life inside these hallowed halls was not as tranquil as it may seem? Far from medieval Europe, another community lived with similar devotion to silence and study. They were not monks, but a Jewish sect known as the Qumran community. In the dry caves of the desert, they stored sacred writings that would survive for centuries. These are the Dead Sea Scrolls. Imagine yourself in their world. You are a member of this secretive group, living a life of isolation and discipline in the barren wilderness. Your days are spent in prayer and study of the ancient texts, and your nights are filled with the rhythmic chanting of scriptures. Life here is hard, but your commitment to your faith is unwavering. One day, a decision is made to preserve the sacred texts in the most durable way possible. This practice ensures that the words of the scriptures remain intact, untouched by the ravages of time. It is a monumental task, one that requires patience, skill, and an unwavering commitment to their beliefs. Each scroll becomes a lifeline to their cultural and religious heritage, a physical manifestation of their faith that will outlast generations. But why do these texts matter? Why should we care about these ancient scrolls found in the deserts of Judea? The significance of the Dead Sea Scrolls cannot be overstated. They're a window into the past, providing an unparalleled glimpse into the history of Judaism and the development of early Christianity. Discovered in the 20th century, these texts include the oldest known copies of biblical books, allowing scholars to compare ancient manuscripts with the versions we have today. It's like finding a diary from the past. It gives us a direct connection to those who lived thousands of years ago. We can see how they wrote, how they thought, and how they lived by simply reading these scrolls. Yet despite their importance, these fragile relics of the past were almost lost forever. Hidden away in caves for safekeeping, they were vulnerable to the elements and the passage of time. But because of the dedication and perseverance of the Qumran community, these texts survived. It is a testament to their commitment to their faith and their belief in the preservation of knowledge. Their efforts ensured that these ancient words would echo across the ages, inspiring awe and wonder in those who discover them. It's easy to imagine these people as monks in robes, living a life of prayer and seclusion. However, the reality was far from this romanticized image. Life in the monastery was not idyllic. The harsh conditions and strict rules created a world of challenges and sacrifices. Within the monastery walls, life was not the same for all. At the head of the community, the abbot lived with privileges far beyond the ordinary monk. His meals were richer, sometimes with meats, fruits, or imported wine, while his brothers ate sparingly from simple bowls. He managed land, wealth, and influence, balancing spiritual leadership with earthly power. The stark contrast between the abbot's lifestyle and that of the average monk reveals the complexities of monastic life. Some enjoyed relative comfort and power, others lived lives of austerity and obedience. This stark division serves as a reminder that even within the cloistered walls of a monastery, the human world of hierarchy and privilege remained. So what is the legacy of these communities? How did their lives shape our world? These secluded groups, whether monks or the Qumran community, left an indelible mark on history. Through their acts of preservation, they ensured the survival of ancient texts. It's giving us a priceless gift that continues to shape our understanding of the past. Their dedication to scholarship and their commitment to their faith in the face of adversity serve as an inspiration to us today. In the end, we are left with a profound sense of respect and admiration for these remarkable communities. Their story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can endure, and that the pursuit of knowledge and faith can be a powerful force for good. So the next time you think of monasteries, remember not just the image of peaceful solitude, but also the stories of dedication, sacrifice, and the preservation of our shared human heritage. All right, now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Let's discuss this episode in the comments. What surprised you the most about life in the monastery? What questions do you have? Share your thoughts, and let's engage in a lively discussion. And don't forget to stay tuned for more captivating historical tales. Until then, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep discovering the wonders of our shared past. Thank you for watching.